Riverside, Lancaster.
I'm really
What's
not
worse?
discouraged at all.
Yeah,
let's see.
You don't live in Inglewood.
Let's see. No parking, loud noise, rats.
That's everywhere, bro. That's everywhere. Don't
run
be shit on
down,
Inglewood
messed
now.
up plumbing. I'm
That's
not
everywhere.
shitting on Inglewood. Yeah, I'm
That's
saying
everywhere.
anywhere. Or a brand new 8-bedroom house
in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of bumfuck nowhere. No one can hear you scream or die.
Actually, there's a lot of jobs.
If a coyote eats you.
There's actually a lot of jobs going to the IE because it is so cheap for rent.
How many different jobs and industries are going to Lancaster? Educate us, Pete.
Not Lancaster. I'm talking about the IE. You're the one who keeps talking about Lancaster. I'm talking about the IE. You're talking about a whole. You're talking about a whole 100
It's all
mile
the same
difference.
to me. It's all the same to me.
It's really not.
It all looks the same on the
really
freeway.
Not. It's
it
really
looks the
not.
same to me on the freeway.
It's really not. It's really not.
I walk outside.
Wow, the buses go on the freeway?
Ha ha. Some of them do.
Shooter. All right, man.
You look like you almost pulled your hamstring doing that.
All right, let's get out of here. Touchdowns and tangents.
Shout out.
Unnecessary toughness rants.
Okay, cool. I'm going to just get this out the way.
You want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Since, might as well continue the streak. Shout out to...
Fuck off.
I didn't even say anything. What? I didn't come for anybody. Shout out to the Get Right. They were talking about protesting Kaepernick and how, maybe it would be better if all the black athletes actually hung together. Actually, damn, that's the poor choice of words. I'm sorry. They all stuck together. All the black athletes stuck together. Then there'd be nothing to protest. And I totally agree. If all black athletes realized they're the capital, they're the priority, and just went and started their own leagues, everybody would be richer. It's called group economics. But for some reason, black people are too afraid or too stupid or too lazy to do it. Some horrible combination of the three. Probably brought on by, just years of oppression and PTSD, because any psychologist will tell you that trauma is passed down regardless. And my hope is that, honestly, especially these young athletes, I mean all young athletes, I'm not just saying the black ones, but in particular when it comes to the black ones, I really hope you're doing something that puts you in the best light to succeed. Understand, once you leave high school, and in some cases, some of these high schools, if you transfer hop or whatever, you have the only loyalty you have is to yourself and to your circle. So everything is a business decision as far as I'm concerned once you leave high school. If you go to a JUCO, it's a business decision. Get your money right, get your schedule and academics and all that right. Just know, as long as you're not a full-time student, your clock, as far as your eligibility, does not start. Some of y'all might not know that, but as long as you don't take over, I think 8 or 9 units, your clock doesn't start. And maybe you want to go D2, save some money, whatever. You can do that as well. Man, all you athletes out there, look out for each other, man. Whether you're in the hood, whether you're in the IE, because football is going to take something from you, one way or another. And to kind of talk about the whole depression thing, to wrap that up, we all play this game for different reasons. Some of us carry an anger in us that you don't know where it might lead you, but you just use it as fuel, and I'm just here to tell you, once you reach the bottom, or once you reach the apex of your anger, there's really nothing left. Don't think it's anything special. This isn't fucking Dragon Ball Super. You ain't going to get a spirit bomb. It's not going to end well. You'll just be in a real dark, disparaging pit. So for all you athletes, all you people graduating, move as if whatever industry you're going into, treat it like a business. Be honorable. Do what you say what you do. Believe in yourself, and most importantly, get paid, because these companies don't really care about you.
All right, man. Well, to answer Keith's question in the chat, XFL, I know KB talked about it last week. They're probably going to target a lot of 5-star recruit washouts, and you know what? I think it is a good thing, because I think you're going to see a lot of athletes get a second chance at playing the game they love, living the dream. And you know what? I'll watch it. And if it's good, I'll watch it again. And if it's consistently good, I'll keep watching it. I'll have an open mind to it. Do I think it's going to be successful? I don't know. I got to see what kind of talent they get, but I'm open to the idea. So, to bring things full circle, man, I just want to say I'm really proud of this show because, like, we really do a lot. Like, you guys don't even understand, like, how much work goes into just being prepared to do this show every single week, to branding it and promoting it, to, you know, showing up at the Good News radio station. And shout out to them for helping us out. But it takes a lot of work, man. And I'm really proud that we're able to have people from across the country. We're able to sit here and talk about not only local sports, but regional sports, national sports. We've had people from New York call in. We've had people from everywhere call in, and it's really amazing. And especially being here, if you're listening to the podcast format, this episode 76. Like, that's 75 weeks of sitting here and talking to KB, and that's why last week was his first show alone, and that's why, like, I'm really proud of him because he really held it down, and it just was a reminder that this is, like, truly an audio brand and an audio experience. So it extends beyond just what I bring to the table. It extends beyond what KB brings to the table. It extends beyond what the Good News platform gives us or what any other platform that we're on, Full Press Coverage, the Sports Daily, all these different places you can find this podcast and broadcast. It's really a collaboration, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. And to bring that all back together, once again, this week I had the privilege, the honor of traveling and visiting the Los Angeles Times building in its final days. For those of you who don't know, it's moving from historic downtown, where it's been for decades, to El Segundo because the owners sold the place a few years back. Ultimately, the West Side, El Segundo, Inglewood, the South Bay is probably going to be the new downtown. It's probably going to be the center of Los Angeles. And it makes sense for the LA Times to be there. But it sucks to lose all that history, that palace of news. And I think for me, it's just a reminder that media, journalism, it's all really struggling, but the work keeps going on. And that's the same thing here for this podcast, this broadcast, this station, you, whatever you're going through, the world keeps turning. And you have to fight through it. You have to do the things you like to do that bring you joy, that bring other people joy, and just keep building and expanding. And on that final note, shout out to all the fathers this weekend, man. And especially, man, the grandfathers. You know, my grandfather's been sick for a couple months. It's really been hitting me hard. I've been really dealing with it. And so your grandpas are a lot more than just the people who spoil you, or get you out of situations you need, or hit you with some funny pettiness, or, you know, set you up with a passion and love for sports. Like, you really would not be here without your grandpa. Like, you literally, your dad or your mom came from his balls. like, really think about that. Like, you are part of his ancestry, so even if he's not perfect, even if he's made mistakes as a father or as a grandfather, you just got to remember that that's your lineage, that's your ancestry, and you can't really do anything to change that. And yeah, man, just shout out to all the dads, shout out to my dad. Shout out to all the good dads at the station. There's a lot of them here, so Good News radio station.
Yep. To kind of compound off what you said, yeah. Shout out to all the father figures too. My biological father wasn't there. I haven't talked to him since I was 12, but my sister's dad was always someone I could count on. And my grandfather, he's like, I'm literally named after him. That's why every time I get on the radio, I say, Kenneth Frank James Berry, because his name was Kenneth. His name was Frank James Berry Jr. And yeah, man, I low-key be forgetting Father's Day sometimes, just because it's not really something I care to ever think about. But it's a lot of cats out here. It's a lot of people, a lot of men out here raising children that aren't even theirs. So kudos to y'all. I really feel like fathers don't get enough love, especially on this day. I've noticed I've been accused of giving some really shitty gifts, and I'm sorry. But yeah, shout out.
Get
to
your
all the
dad
men.
some shoes. If you can't get him shoes, get him some insoles.
Take him to a strip club, man. Like, let's cut this shit. Let's get to the shits. My granddad was still alive. We'd be at titty bars right now, dog. I'm not even playing. He been telling me all types of dirty jokes. He died when I was 4, like in front of me, and his last words to me were like, "Take care of your mother. Take care of the family. You're gonna go graduate college and do great things."
Whatever. Go to a meal. Just spend some time with them.
Yeah, like,
you don't even need to buy him anything. Just spend some time with them. Get some
Go
knowledge.
put some titties in his face.
Maybe get some memories.
Grandpa's love strip clubs.
All right, this is Touchdowns and Tangents radio show on the Good News radio station, as well as wherever you find your podcast, Stitcher, Speaker, Radio, Public, Podbean, TuneIn,
Google Play. What's up with Spotify?
all the above. Make sure you check it out. You can follow us on social media. You can call us out on social media. Check out our promotions. Like us, subscribe us, share us with a friend. TDs_tangents on Twitter and Instagram. Touchdowns and Tangents podcast on Facebook. Did I miss anything, KB?
We love you all and have a great night. Also, yeah, have a great night.
Stay petty. We're still waiting for Kuzma and Drake's clapback.
Still, they don't want the smoke. I'm upset.